E aí, Lani, tu tá mais ligeira no chat do que eu. Eu só abri o chat agora no celular. Eu lembrei. Como é que você tá?
Fulfill our pact! I swear by my sword! Time to shine! Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Incinerate! Shower me with praise! Show no mercy! Full throttle!
Olha, você reviveu ainda.
Wrath from the sky! Full throttle!
Trabalhou hoje, Yolane? Acabei de chegar, velho. Só tomei um banho, abri um energético e liguei o game. Amanhã eu pego às 8, domingo eu pego às... Amanhã eu pego às 8, sábado eu pego às 11 da manhã e domingo eu tô de folga. E eu folguei ontem também. O domingo do mês. Ah, é? Tu nunca me falou do que tu trabalha, Lani. Tu pode falar?
Go as one! Wind, hear me! Strike a pose! You two! Time to end this! Ja! Ja! Pyroclastic surge!
Ah, tá. Eu tô trabalhando de operador de caixa no mercado extra. Tem mercado extra aí onde tu mora? Mercado extra Pão de Açúcar. Eu tô do grupo Pão de Açúcar. É mercado extra, Pão de Açúcar e tem mais algum que tá no coisa também. No grupo Pão de Açúcar. Eu não lembro qual que é o outro. Ah, não? Nem pão de açúcar? Mercado Pão de Açúcar e Mercado Extra é a mesma coisa. É o mesmo grupo.
Get to work! Eat Laline! Eat Papa! Get him! Barbados, guide us. Light it up! Incinerate! Light up the blazing sun! Go as one! Fulfill our pact! Incinerate! Wind, hear me! Strike a pose! Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath of Easley!
Será, velho? Agora eu fiquei curioso. Qualquer dia eu vou pesquisar e é uma rede de mercado tão grande, velho, aqui no Sudeste. Tem em todo lugar, tipo, só aqui onde eu moro, na minha cidade, tem dois, tirando os mini mercado, nossa, deve ter uns seis, velho. Aí na cidade do lado, Guarujá, tem também uns quatro, sim. Lá em São Paulo tem um monte, milhares, velho, um do lado do outro. Eu acho que eu nem preciso mais disso, tô fazendo de teimoso, quer ver? Eita. Eu queria pegar 40 lá.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, and the
20.
Prinzessin
Peguei duas vezes a mais. Ah, depois eu uso isso em algum lugar. Vou pegar a Mora que eu vou precisar.
Rise with the sun! Light it up!
Eu tô com mó soninho, velho, porque eu acordei mó cedo. Acordei 6 da manhã. Que lá tem refeitório da café, aí eu tomei café, eu acordei mais cedo pra chegar meia hora antes, pra tomar café lá. Aí eu tô morrendo de sono. Mas eu não vou dormir agora porque senão eu vou acordar de madrugada e vou ficar sem sono até de manhã. E aí eu vou trabalhar com sono, já que eu tô às 8 da manhã de novo. Tô indo no lugar errado, porque eu não tô com sono.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
É. Você vai estar de folga quando só agora?
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that
Ah, eu sempre folgo na quarta, velho. A minha folga, desde que eu comecei, fez um mês ontem. Fez um mês dia 7 ontem. Desde que eu comecei, minha folga sempre foi na quarta e teve 2 domingos. Teve 2 domingos do mês. Teve o domingo que eu entrei, no mês que eu entrei, e esse domingo agora, o primeiro do mês, já vai ser minha folga de novo. Foguei ontem e vou folgar domingo. Tô gostando pra caramba, mó legal, mó zoeira lá. Muita gente, porque é hipermercado. Teve gente que eu conheci ainda ontem, porque aí as escalas não bate, sabe? As escalas sempre muda pra ninguém se acomodar. E aí teve gente que eu conheci só ontem ainda,
light
velho.
it up.
Porque
Try and stop
a
me.
nossa escala nunca tinha batido, sabe? Tem sempre gente entrando e saindo, que os mercados é grandão, esses mercados aí. Eu tô gostando pra caramba, da hora. Melhor do que do trampo que eu trabalhava, era só estresse, velho. Direto, estresse. Uma responsabilidade maior do que eu tenho. É, no caixa também a gente tem responsabilidade, mas é só passar o troco certo que não vai ter dor de cabeça, né? Não quero agora não. Quero continuar que eu tava vendo lá da menina que tá no banner. Tipo, eu ganho a mesma coisa que eu ganhava no outro,
Rise with the sun.
só que o outro era muito mais estressante, sabe? Que tinha que ficar dando com. Eu trabalhava em comissária de despacho, que cuida de container no porto, tinha que ficar dando com o cliente chato. Ali não, no caixa a gente só dá com o público. Tem gente que é chata, mas tipo, se tu não dá corda, a pessoa só passa de cara feia no teu caixa ali, paga a compra dela e vai embora. Agora tem umas pessoas que aparecem que é mó legal. Eu gosto até de ficar conversando. Tô pedindo pra galera me seguir aí no YouTube.
Why, Savannah? Why? Oh, nothing. I was just flicking through the original Codex de Boer. I wanted to see if there was anything I'm missing. Something I hadn't noticed before. That might explain why Savannah's so desperate to get her hands on it.
Quando passa alguém com camisa de anime ou de game, eu já peço pra me seguir já.
But I can't find anything. It's just some hastily scribbled recipes in between diary entries from Modest's adventuring phase. And most of it's not even legible anymore. The copy I gave her not only has all the recipes in full, but even includes my own private tips and notes from years of experience. Surely that's infinitely more useful than this old thing. Yeah, maybe. Still, it's just hard for me to imagine that the Savannah I knew would go to all this effort just to make a point. We were. At least I always thought we were. She was a little shy, but meticulous with everything and everyone she dealt with. She made a few mistakes here and there, but she was quick to correct them whenever they were pointed out. And she was always striving to improve as a chef.
Já passou gente pelo meu caixa que eu não via há anos, velho. Tipo, desde a época que eu era jovem adulto, que eu não saía dos eventos de anime, evento de game. Aí trocamos o WhatsApp, porque não tinha mais Facebook, essas coisas. Já reencontrei uma galera. E aí?
Those qualities are why I recommended her to replace me as head chef. I never imagined for 1 second that she'd cause Fiamma and the other staff so much grief.
Isso faz parte da roupa dela ou isso daí é um rabo dela?
Well, I mean to an extent, of course. I pushed hard for her to get the role.
Mó da hora esse coraçãozinho na mão dela.
And the idea that she turned out like this because of me is difficult to come to terms with. I wonder if this is how Modeste felt back when he was writing the Codex.
Os traços desses novos personagens tá bem diferente dos traços dos personagens antigos, velho. A Royavesse tinha que pegar os personagens antigos e dar um trato.
Yes, with his
Olha o
good friend
traço
and
dela,
co-founder
velho.
of the Hotel de Boer, Savelli.
Mó diferença.
The story goes that after Modeste unveiled his Gâteau de Boer and was hailed
O
as a
personagem tá mó
culinary
bonito.
genius, he was admired and adored by all. But his newfound fame slowly drove him and Savelli apart. Unlike Modeste, whose every new creation was an instant hit, Savelli seemed to face setbacks every turn. Doors that would swing wide open for Modeste would shut in Savelli's face. And with Modeste being whisked off to all manner of functions by his celebrity friends, he had less and less time to discuss the culinary arts with Savelli. People started gossiping about Savelli, and their relationship between the two gradually soured. Everything came to an abrupt end when Modeste, still in the prime of his life and still hailed as a genius, suddenly died from an acute illness. And that was it. They neither had a decisive split, nor got the chance to properly reconcile. Their story just came to an end. One rumor had it that Savelli actually killed Modeste out of jealousy, even as the latter was hoping to make amends. Unlikely. It's a popular theory, but
Não,
there's no
velho.
real basis for it.
Eu quero
At
pegar
least there are no
a...
records of Savelli ever being convicted of a crime.
Eu quero pegar uma waifu antiga, desde que eu conheci ela, quando eu comecei a jogar, eu queria tentar pegar, mas ela nunca aparecia, porque é personagem antigo. No banner que vai vir lá, regional, na segunda parte. Eu vou tentar pegar ela e a arma dela. Ela, qualquer coisinha, eu tento pegar depois.
Still, beyond a point,
Mas também eu jogo muito jogo diferente, então eu nem sei se eu vou
all we can do is try to make
conseguir
sure
pegar
the present
depois também.
doesn't quite go as badly.
Eu quero pegar a Yomiya, por causa da história dela, que eu gostei muito lá em Nazuma, e as histórias lendárias dela também, de missão lendária, que eu gostei muito.
And that's why I
Uma
have
das
to win this
melhores pra mim.
contest tomorrow. Then get the truth about everything that's been going on, even if it means cracking her open like a nut. Really? Well, I like the confidence. Don't let me down tomorrow then. You better bring your A game.
Espere até o dia seguinte, da meio-dia às 16.
Burn it down!
Da meio-dia seguinte, calma aí, que hoje, amanhã, caraca, uma volta no relógio, velho. Meio-dia.
It's cooking contest day! To the Hotel de Boer! Toot sweet!
Light it up!
Did you hear the news? Escoffier's coming back for a cooking contest.
Wait, seriously? Escoffier in a cooking contest? Now that I've got to see!
I don't get it. Why would anyone in their right mind challenge her to a cooking contest?
Cannot just rely on the ocean self-cleaning ability.
Mesdames et messieurs, welcome one and all to the Hôtel de Bord and to this most exciting of cooking contests.
Savannah, I've brought the original copy of the codex you asked for.
Monica? Huh.
In the interests of fairness, this contest will be conducted in a double-blind format. Once the dishes are complete, they will be sent to the back of the kitchen where they'll each receive a label. The labels will be placed out of sight underneath the plates, only to be revealed after the judges have sampled them and reached a final verdict. This is to ensure that no one will know which dish is made by which contestant.
As one of the judges, I promise to be fair and impartial.
When my meal got interrupted yesterday, I never thought this is how they'd make it up to me. Getting a seat on the judging panel is a pretty sweet deal.
Both contestants have taken their positions. Then, without further ado, let the Hôtel de Bord cooking contest commence!
Vai lá, volta quando der, pra nós trocar uma ideia. No dia que eu for atirar na personagem lá na Yomi, eu vou abrir transmissão. Aparece aí pra torcer por mim, conseguir pegar sem gastar muito recurso.
Monica. Traveler, it's go time. Let's do this.
Alphonse, Gaspar, get to work! Do not disappoint me.
Looks like our two head chefs are raring to go. Like an oven on full blast, this competition is quick.
Even the best chef in the world can't flavor their food without prepping the flavoring, right?
Toda doidinha pra apanhar, né, tipo? Fica latindo lá fora. Pô. Me ferrei agora.
A little amuse-bouche.
Só tem tempero brabo aqui agora. Tem que pegar em outro lugar, será? Ah, eu acho que é essa daqui. Não, não? Pô, como que eu mudo pro outro?
Off to the freezer.
Para de bater, chega. Ah, de boa, tranquilo, se não der, eu entendo.
Stay calm, Escoffier. There has to be a way to balance the flavors. Just think.
Pô, tem que pegar do outro pra eu conseguir temperar, né? Eu não sei onde que tá do outro. Ah, eu acho que é isso daqui, ó. Ah lá. Lembrei agora.
That should be enough flavoring. Now hurry up and balance the flavors.
Cai da hora a lança dela.
What are you doing, Escoffier? Your team's waiting on you.
Come on, Escoffier! Come on, traveler!
Alphonse! What are you playing at? That's not how I taught you to do it! Stop horsing around and do it again!
Yes, chef!
Oh, tension in the ranks on Team Savannah. Will this slow their progress?
Thanks, Savannah. What are you doing? Oh, get it. I've got to focus on my own dish. The balance of flavors is about right. But the quantity is too low.
you think?
Escoffier is already on the final step of the recipe. Let's check on Savannah's progress.
I think this flavor profile is still a little bit off.
Enough! Oh, useless. Both of you, make like an egg and beat it! I'll do it myself.
Wow! Is Savannah serious? Can she really make up for lost time working alone?
A little amuse-bouche.
Oh, aí trollou.
You can't match Escoffier's talent.
I present to you Gâteau de Bourg.
The pinnacle of excellence!
I was just exercising caution. I had to make sure everything was perfect.
Time's up! Contestants, please take your dishes to the back.
That guy was right. You really can't tell whose is whose just by looking at them.
We both made the same dish after all. For all her flaws, Savannah's a talented chef who earned my recommendation for good reason. She wouldn't screw up something as elementary as the cake's appearance.
Whoa! This is really rather good.
Wonderfully soft and fluffy. Beautifully sweet. This is a masterclass in how to make Gâteau de Bourg.
I would give this one at least 9.9 out of 10! Only because there's something about the flavor of the base. It's just a little different from the recipe I'm used to.
Huh? Really? I couldn't tell.
All right, on to gâteau number 2. I haven't had a single bite and already this aroma is a delight to the senses.
I have a feeling that this gâteau will be a gâteau for the ages.
How exciting! I'm gonna dig in. I think maybe someone got a little carried away when they were adding the sugar.
Not just the sugar, it's the flavors too. This is all over the place. Who made this?
It appears the decision is unanimous. This gâteau is far below the standard we would expect.
And Paimon thought this might actually be close. Turns out she can't bake to save her life.
Something's not right here. Savannah may not be perfect, but no way is she this sloppy.
I can now declare that the creator of the first gâteau has won this cooking contest. Now, all that remains is to turn the plate over and reveal the chef's name underneath.
What? It's Savannah?
No! That's impossible!
Hey, Savannah! You cheated, didn't you? You cheater! What did you do? Oh, you swapped the plates, didn't you?
Well, someone's a sore loser. These cakes went from the oven to the judge's table without me ever laying a finger on them. And everyone here can attest to that. It was Vanejem's staff who labeled them in the kitchen. If you're looking to accuse someone, why don't you start with them? Isn't it more likely that Escoffier's lost her edge? Oh, or maybe her assistants let the team down.
You take that back!
Ixi, vai começar, vai.
Rematch.
Vem aqui.
That's enough! What's done is done. As head chef, or rather as team lead, I take responsibility for the dish I served. Whatever went wrong and however it happened, I should have spotted it. Savannah, I didn't think you'd stoop this low just to beat me in a bake-off. What happened to your chef's pride?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you want the Codex to bore that much, you can have it.
Escoffier, no!
But you must promise me that you'll apologize to Firma and compensate him for everything you've put him through.
It's a little late to be negotiating terms. The contest is over, and I won. That means you owe me the Codex, and I owe you nothing.
Look, Savannah, you may have fooled everyone else, but can you really fool yourself? What I'm offering is to accept defeat without looking to expose what you've done. But only on the condition that you promise to stop putting so much pressure on your staff.
Fine. I'll treat this as your final handover of duties from one head chef to the next. So, will that be all, ex-head chef? Or is there any other unfinished business you'd like to leave in my hands?
I didn't mean that to be a scolding from your former boss, just a word of advice from a fellow chef and a friend. But I don't know if you're even open to input from other people anymore.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice.
All right, fine. I'm glad to hear it.
Escoffier!
The Codex de Boer! Finally. Now, at long last, I will succeed.
Escoffier? How could you let her get away with this? Yeah! The Codex is a souvenir of your time here! Doesn't that mean anything to you?
It's alright. It was just a bake-off, not the end of the world. I'm already over it. Besides, it's not all bad. She agreed to compensate Firma. That's mission accomplished for the Spina. Honestly, if I'd have known that giving her the Codex would solve everything, I'd have just done that in the first place. I mean, why bother with the whole cooking contest? It's such a waste of time and energy.
No. No! This doesn't make any sense!
Huh?
That's it? No secrets, no nothing? I don't believe it. This can't be happening.
Oh, Chef Savannah!
Savannah?
Desmaiou. Morreu.
It's nothing life-threatening. Just a lot of pent-up stress and exhaustion.
Oh, I knew it.
Pent-up stress?
The truth is, however hard she might be on the rest of us, the person she puts the most pressure on is herself.
Yes, there are nights when she makes us redo things over and over into the wee hours. But for her, it's every night. She'll hide herself away in the kitchen, working on new techniques and recipes, and only realize how long she's been at it when we come to work the following morning.
But why? Why would she do that?
Our best guess is, she doesn't want to be seen as less of a chef than Escoffier.
And there it is.
Even so, that's no excuse for taking her anger out on the rest of you. Yeah, and it's definitely no excuse for cheating in the cooking contest.
About that, we honestly have no idea how she did it. We were focused on our own work the whole time, like she asked.
Leone and Algalia were the ones I tasked with labeling the cakes. I've already spoken to them both. They're at a loss to explain it too.
Not to worry. Come on, join me downstairs. I'll interrogate the guilty gâteau myself.
Well, how is it? Have you figured out what it was?
Oh, this is aggravated assault on my palate. I'd rather eat wet cement than this.
Is it really that bad? I made sure the taste tested before it was served.
Oh, relax. This isn't your cake. Savannah never switched the plates. The offending flavors are coming from in between the icing and the cake base, which means someone tampered with it while it was being made. Or in other words, we have a traitor in our midst.
I'm sorry. I was forced into it. It was Chef Savannah. She said if I didn't cooperate, she would...
Calm down, Monica. I've already accepted defeat. And if I wanted retribution, I would have brought this up when the results were announced. Whatever's going on with you, just spill the beans. There's no need to hide it.
I was the one who caused the food safety incident that one time.
Food safety? Wait, you mean the Lumaline incident? So you procured the contaminated ingredients?
I think so. Savannah and I were on procurement that day. I didn't check everything as well as I should have, and so I let contaminated ingredients make it into the kitchen. But I swear I didn't do it on purpose. I had no idea there was an issue with them, and I didn't know it would end up with Escoffier going to jail. But the last thing I expected was for Savannah to use it as leverage to blackmail me with...
This is crazy! So Savannah pressured you into sabotaging Escoffier's cake by threatening to expose your secret if you didn't?
I know, it's terrible. I'm so sorry. I was so scared. The thought of Chef Escoffier finding out that I put her in jail, it made me freeze up with fear. I thought Escoffier would hate my guts if she ever found out, and yet somehow that's ended up in me doing something even worse.
Seriously? All this fuss over a little slip-up?
Huh?
Firstly, it's not like I got a life sentence. I did my stint at the fortress, and now I'm out. And secondly, I had my own reasons for leaving the Hotel de Boer. This wasn't the only factor. So, you don't need to feel ashamed or frightened or anything like that. Any more than you need to add butter when you're pan-searing foie gras.
You mean... you forgive me?
Oh, well, I'm not saying you don't have to take responsibility for your mistakes. You should tell Vanagem to mark down your performance for the past few months. Then do some digging and find out exactly where those contaminated ingredients came from. Sure, you've made mistakes, but now's the time to fix them. Understood?
Understood.
Good. Now, back to Savannah. What about the original codex would compel her to resort to blackmail?
I have my suspicions. Not that I've got any proof to back them up, though.
Ugh. What happened to me?
I've overheard some customers murmuring about how the Hotel de Boer hasn't been the same since Escoffier left. They think our menu doesn't taste like it used to, especially our signature items.
Now that you mention it, I noticed it during the contest too. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the flavor seems subtly different from how it used to be. But the difference was so small, I'm sure no one would notice it besides our most loyal customers and true dessert connoisseurs.
Still, as head chef, it's easy to see why Savannah would get so hung up on it. So many times I've seen her make the cake base over and over again, late into the night, determined to match Escoffier's version. But something's always slightly off every time.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Never really gave it much thought, though.
Thinking back on it now, it's clear that Savannah's been in a downward spiral ever since Escoffier left.
She wants to prove that she can fill Escoffier's shoes. That's gotta be the reason. But after countless setbacks, she's getting more and more unhinged. And at some point along the way, she switched from doubting herself to doubting Escoffier.
Doubting Escoffier? For what?
Yeah, it would explain why she was bent on getting the original at any cost. She must have thought Escoffier purposely omitted key details from her recipes when she copied them out. Also, she could retain her place as the #1 chef in Fontaine, the only one privy to all the secrets of the trade.
Oh, for goodness sake, what a stupid idea.
Of course. Then she finally got the codex only to discover that the secret recipes she's been pining for don't exist at all. Seeing how utterly wrong she was must have been a real shock to the system. It probably brought up everything at once. It overwhelmed her, and she passed out.
There's still one thing that doesn't make sense, though. If Savannah had the real recipe all along, how come it tasted different? She might not be on the same level as Escoffier, but surely after like 50 attempts, she'd get it right one of those times.
You'd think so, but geniuses like Escoffier are in a league of their own.
New head chef, you say? What's her name? I don't think I've heard of her before.
I wonder, can the Hotel de Boer keep its edge without Escoffier at the helm?
This tastes different from last time. Is it undercooked or something?
Take this. It's a copy of the Codex de Boer. From now on, you will be its keeper. Don't listen to the doubters. If I say you can do it, then you can do it. Even if you don't believe in yourself, at least believe in me. Hey, did you hear me? Once I'm gone, the restaurant is all yours.
All this time, I've been blaming other people, but maybe I'm the problem.
I sincerely apologize for putting everyone out. Savannah's awake now, but I don't think she's ready to speak to anyone yet. Let's give her the day to calm down. I'm sure you'll have the chance to talk everything out tomorrow.
In that case, I'll go and update for Ma and his family. I wonder what he'll make of all this.
So, we'll come back tomorrow then.
Whew, that was a long day. I think I've earned myself a sweet treat when I get back home.
Oh, nice! Macarons? Or are you gonna switch it up this time?
Traveler, how much do you know about the snow-winged goose?
Eu não sei é nada.
Every year they migrate long distances in search of a suitable home. There's always one goose at the front whose job is to lead the flock. Fontaine poets often use the image of that goose to explore the ideas about leadership and genius. They usually imagine someone who's a cut above the rest, a model of perfection. But what those poets don't know is that during a migration, the lead goose is always changing. Once the lead goose shows signs of fatigue, it retreats to the back of the flock and allows another goose to take its place. So the truth is that leadership, with all the responsibilities and pressures that come with it, it's something that everyone takes turns at. But we humans completely miss that fact when we project our own ideas about social hierarchies onto them. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't buy into this notion that there's some sort of gulf between normal and genius. Cooking is a science, not magic. Given the same ingredients, same recipe, and same environment, I see no reason why two different people shouldn't be able to create the exact same dish. Of course, some people have a more sensitive palate than others, and some people are just born bolder or more conscientious. But these are all variables that can be accounted for with time and practice. I'd have no reason to expect so much from others if I believed that perfection can only come from the hands of a genius. The only reason I hold people to high standards is because, well, I believe they're capable of greatness. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna get to the bottom of why Savannah failed. And come tomorrow, I'll give her the scolding of her life, pointing out all the mistakes she's made along the way. Then she'll finally see the error of her ways.
Deixa eu ver um negócio aqui.
vengeance!
Para com isso, Tifa! Vem aqui!
Rise with the sun!
Ué, sumiu o personagem. Ah tá, eu acendi, né? Que viagem. Tem que ser 6 agora. E aí tem que pegar isso daqui também. Deixa pra fazer isso mais tarde.